let's focus on the second part of it. So basically, this is the first part. Then we have the second part, second comp, whatever you want to say. And also, if I come a little bit forward, you can see like these images. So basically, the images are gone. Why is that? Actually, because when I was creating it, the comp size was just still 120 frames. It was not bigger than that. So because of that, the image sizes, if I come to this like media into, you can see global in and out is set to 119 only. So you can increase it and you will get the perfect result. I think so. I can come here, increase it, you know, all the images. I can just select this one, increase the global in and out. So I go to this one and, do all that too. And that is it. I think now it will be pretty much fine. Yeah, it will be fine. Okay, now let's come up to the second part. First things first. What I wanted was, I wanted that the light should swing, all right, and just showing all of it. Then this area should move, and our second file, like another comp with a file will be put in the middle after this. So for that, what I did was, that's why you can see we have this transform over here. Oh, sorry, not here. Here, this one. We have this transform in the first one. Why is that? Because now after this, you can see this, it's going upwards. And why it's going upwards? Because this is coming up above like this. See? So because of this transform, what I did was, I just took all of it, like bringing that above. So from I think 110 to 130, the center Y value was something like this. Same is happening here in this transform. Okay, so this is the pretty much all the comp settings, like all of this. And after that, just putting a single transform node over here, and then taking that, putting that below, so minus 0.5, and then on 140 bring it above to 0.5. Okay, and this is our next comp. So let me just show you from the beginning what is happening over here. First of all, we have a simple paper mask. Okay, actually a lot of nodes over here are wireless nodes. So wireless node is something like, if I type wireless node, if I take a background and make it to gradient, make it something like this. So we have this background and we have this wireless link. So with the help of this wireless link node, what I can do is, in this wireless link, if I click on it, take this background and put it over here. Or I can just do F2, Control C to copy, and then come here and paste like the name over here. You can do a lot of things. So in this wireless link, if I view this wireless link, it will show me the same result as this background because it contains the same node basically. But the thing is that we don't have this wire. That is it. That's the work of wireless link node, nothing else. I'll just quickly delete these. Now let's go backward to the... So that is the same thing which is happening over here. In this wireless link node, we have the merge 19. So this node, okay? So if I view this merge 19, you can see all the things, okay? And the same we have in this wireless link. This is the background. Then what is the foreground? The foreground is this stuff. Now let's focus on it. So actually I'm thinking, where should I start? Let's start from here. This is again a wireless link node. This is cardboard right cover. Okay, so this is merge 12. So where is merge 12? Merge 12 is over here. So you can see all of it. Okay, not this one, but only the back cover. So after this, I have this things in this node, in the single node, and we are again putting it on a simple background. Why I have done this? Because there were some things which I want to do later. I want to add some textures and all that stuff, but we have all that now in this merge. Pretty cool, pretty simple. Then we have this paper mask. Again, this is a wireless link node and it contains transform 4. So what is transform 4? It is this paper mask which I earlier told you, okay, which is this paper basically. So we have this mask in this wireless link node and it is masking this out so that we just have the paper only. that is it. Oh shit, so why did I do all that? I could have just taken this note. That is it. Shit. And I'm remembering it all now. So, okay. Okay, so what I did was, let's take a wireless link node and just take merge 14 over here. Okay. And we have the paper. Then we have paper mask and all that. I don't know why. But if I just took all this out and just put the single wireless link node over here, I think it should work. I'm not sure, but I think it should work. And that's it. Shared. Why did I do all that? I don't know, man. Right, whatever. Then I added some drop shadow behind it, so you can see again some ambient occlusion, nothing else. After that, we have some duplicates. So I added this duplicates because I want to create this messy papery structure in the file basically. And I thought, and I hope that I achieved that. Then again, some text on, so some text on text on text. So, something, and it is even lorem ipsum, nothing else. If you know about it, then you know. Okay. And I just randomly gave a name, this guy, to John Wick, age 40, gender is male, LA, and etc., location, all that, criminal profile. Then putting this into this basically. So what I have now is this duplicate paper stuff. Okay. You can even take all that, it doesn't matter. Now I will take this and use this as a mask to this image, to this image, and to this image. Like I have all these 3 paper images. I'll use this as a mask to all those. And also in the merge, I have changed some settings. So let me just show you one by one. So first of all, we had this, pretty simple. After, like on top of it, we have this. Then for this paper thing, like the first paper texture, my merge settings are set something like this. Okay, you can see, and they just are set to wrap, obviously. By this time, I think you know that. Then the second one, second paper, then the third one, and now we have this old grungy vintage sort of rusty paper, you can say. And after that, just a basic simple brightness contrast, nothing else, just to brighten it up a little bit, because that was not looking that great in the final image. So that's why I just put this brightness contrast, and again mask this brightness contrast also out, because if I don't do that, then all of it would be affected. That's why take the input and mask this out too. After this, I have this cardboard, the back one, and I flipped it. That is it. Using this transform, I just flipped it horizontally. Then again, putting this as a background on, and this is on top. You can see in this merge also. All this is on top of this cover, front cover basically. All right. Then with the help of this transform, I just positioned it again into the center, sort of center, you can say. And then what do we have here? We have this texture, and this texture is again going over here, and I'm just putting it all over the place. So in this merge, apply mode is set to screen. The edges is set to canvas. Oh, why is it set to canvas? I didn't know about that. Well, whatever, that doesn't matter. And also in all these merges, the apply mode is set to screen. Okay, yeah, just thought to share it with you. Nothing else. After that, again some contrast pop, you know why, just to bring out the texture. You can see it has brought out the texture. Then some drop shadow of this particular file. Okay, so let me just show you the alpha part of it, then you might be able to understand what I'm saying, the all of it thing. Okay, so yeah, that is it. After that, what do we have? Okay, let's come over here to the next part. So till now we have something like this. The text is done, we have the messy paper, we have the backgrounds. After that, I have these 2 images. Oh shit, if YouTube does this like copyright stuff, so I can't do anything about it. Okay, I'm sorry guys. Like, I'm serious. So let me just show you the final output. So basically what I did was, I have these 2 images. Okay, it looks something like this. The canvas is really small because I didn't add a background node after it, but I just transform both of these images. Okay, so I put this over here with this transform and put this somewhere with this transform, and then took both of these. Okay, you can see took both of these and added like masked it with this background. Okay, so mask this background with both of those images after doing the transform stuff and all that. Then after this background, this is a plain white background, nothing else. We have this erode dilate, and in this erode dilate I have increased the amount. So what this is doing is basically giving us this white border. So nothing, just take all of like take all the input you have. The thing is the alpha should be like, you should have the transparency, that is it. Then mask the background out and add an erode dilate, and you will have the borders, white borders. Then add some drop shadow. So without drop shadow it is something like this, and after it is something like this. Just again the entanglement exclusion thing, and put it on top of this paper, and boom, you got yourself these two images, which is looking really good. At least to me it is. Doing the same thing, we have this rectangle, we have this background transform. So in like here what I did was I added this border before, and again some erode dilate, and this was the image. I don't know why we are using this guy a lot. I use this in the Magnets Media, and I think in manga, no, but in Magnets Media videos, and I don't know why, but I'm just using this again and again. Then just taking all of it and putting this picture as the customer profile, criminal profile. Okay, not customer profile. Then again the paper effect, and putting it over here. I can even increase the size of it if I want to. So something like this, you can even see the paper stuff. Yeah, so okay, again the texture, that is it. And the plan mode is set to screen. It is a wrap, obviously. Again some brightness contrast, decreasing the saturation. Then with transform, placing it, changing the angle, X and Y positions, that is it. And putting this on top of our main comp. Until now you will have something like this, which is really amazing, to be honest. After this, if like I have this transform, and you know already why do I have this transform, and this is the final like second comp. If you guys know some more things to make it better, please let me know. I'm also learning like you. And after this I have this transform, and you know why I have put them over here to animate all this, and then putting this on top of the background, and you will have something like this till now. Okay, after that we have another transform. Why do we have this transform? That is because its center X and Y property has a modifier. So right click, choose modify with, and choose shake. And if I click on this transform, go to modifiers, you can see we have the shake modifier, and the settings are something like this. And with the help of that, you can see we have this really subtle shakiness. Okay, so basically depicting that the camera is shaking. Actually, after making it, I realized that there's a lot of things that I can do. I can even add some blur and all that stuff. But yeah, whatever, I have it now. So then again, this transform 2 is put in this wireless link, you can see. So just dragging and dropping, nothing else. And in this wireless link, you will have the same effect. And now finally, we have arrived to this lighting part. Okay. So after this, and basically there are many ways by which you can do the lighting stuff. You can do it with fast noise, you can do it with background, you can do it with this way, which I have done like at the final moment. Let me just show you the first which I have used. So let me just come directly to this color corrector, and because the flickering is happening, so in some frames it might not be properly visible. So let's take this frame. Okay, let's make it a master or hero frame, whatever you want to call it. So all this is coming into this input, first thing. Second, it's going into this brightness contrast, and in this brightness contrast we have this ellipse first. So we have this ellipse first of all. In this ellipse, you can see a lot of thing is happening. So basically this ellipse, this ellipse, and this ellipse, all three ellipses are being controlled with this transformer. And because it is controlling all these ellipses, you know what is happening? We are controlling the light itself. So for example, if I change the position, you can see the light's position has been changed with this light controller node. If I change X or Y size, then you can see what is happening. We are changing the light's size. If I change the angle of it, we are changing the light's angle. So why is all that happening? So let me just undo all of it. Why is all that happening? Because if I just pin it like this, transform, and by the way, this is a transform node, okay? And I've just changed its name to light controller, whatever you want to call it. So it's a transform node, okay? So first of all, we have this ellipse. I have just taken this whole solid ellipse, nothing else. After that, I have taken another ellipse. In this ellipse, again, the paint mode is set to subtract. The solid is unchecked and the border width is increased, so that we get this sort of, you see this sort of effect in spotlights or lamps. So I'm just mimicking that, nothing else. Then attaching it to the brightness contrast, and in this brightness contrast, you can see the input is coming from here. So in this brightness contrast, if I am decreasing the gain or increasing the gain, so you can see what is happening. Okay, so that is a thing which is happening in brightness contrast. And in this brightness contrast, if I go to settings, apply mask inverted is set. If I don't do that, so all of the things which I do will be affected into the area on which I have the mask. But I want to do the opposite. Like, I have decreased the light, so I want the light should be decreased outside the area of mask. So for that, I have gone to settings and choose apply mask inverted, and then it is coming back to the image. So we have this sort of image. Again, it is going to this brightness contrast, and I use this ellipse just to brighten up this part a little bit. So in this brightness contrast, you can see the gain is a little bit increased, and no mask inverted is happening over here. Okay, the area in which mask is happening, I want that area to pop out a bit. So for that, I just use this mask, put into the brightness contrast directly, and increasing the gain value. That is it. Let me just take all of it, and and by the way, this is group node. So select all of it and do Control G, and you will have a group node. That is it. So this is how you do it with this method. This is the brightness contrast method. I have another technique to show you. This is the background technique. So for that, you won't be need more thing. I just forgot to tell you. We have this pinned. So in this ellipse, you can see center X and Y value is set to, first of all, the expression is happened to it. So what is an expression? If I remove the expression, so we don't have any expression right now over here, but to enable or like have an expression, you can right click and choose expression, or you can click to any value, do equals to, and hit enter, and you will have this expression. And now you can take this plus icon and drag it to, if again, it's not a beginner tutorial. If you're watching this, then you might know all this stuff. So I've just done all that. Okay, so center X and Y is set to the center X Y of this light controller. That's why the position is changing accordingly. Then again, the width is set to the X, and also I have removed this size and aspect. Okay, width is set to the X size, height is set to the Y size, angle is set to angle, and all of these are having the same settings, same expressions. Now, this was something to do with this lighting technique. If I disable all this and just for a moment attach this background over here, just like it. So yeah, we just need one background node. That is it. That will do the trick. But actually, with that effect, like the brightness contrast one, you have more control. In this background, you can see what is happening. I have changed its type to gradient. Then its gradient type is radial, first of all. Okay, so we have these circles. The X and Y is right now default, but they are also animated. So, something like this. Okay, and the gradient palette, all the stuff is happening. So first things first, we have all the colors which are black, obviously, but I'm just playing with the alpha values of those. So if I click on the first one, the alpha value is set to 0. Then if I come to the second one, that is also black, but the alpha is something like point 0.5. If I increase it, you can say it will be pure black. If I decrease it, then so something like this. Then all the colors are being played like this. So the last one, the alpha is 0.85. That's why we are able to, like, we are seeing very little bit of it. Okay, not much. But if I increase it, then it will be all black. If I decrease it, it will be purely transparent. So I'll again do 0.85. And if you play with the offset and positioning of it, then you can even animate it. But the thing with it is, I can't change the, like in this, I can change the X and Y size of the lights due to being controlled by a light controller. Okay, so basically I have a rig setup here of the light, and which is really really powerful, and that's why like we are using the nodes, procedural things, to have a sort of rig sort of, or a system or an approach. So we have that using this. And now in this controller, if I go to spline, if I check all this, and because my show only selected tool is checked, that's why it's just showing me this transform. If I do zoom to fit, you can see its position is being animated. So we have all these keyframes for it. If I just show you like from the beginning, the settings are something like this. But if I increase, okay, or if I go to 45th frame, you can see the X and Y size is also animated, the angle is also animated. So we have a lot of control over here. And because it is a rig, like I can just move it wherever I want, all of it will follow. So that is something you can't get with that. And again, all the settings in just one node, and you can just go on and on and on and just put like anywhere you want. And then in the final part, do control A, have like click T, and boom, you can do all the ease in and ease out all together. So that's why I like this approach. Again, I have told you whatever I knew, so I told you all that. It's upon you now if you want to, like, whatever technique you want to use, so you can do that. And that's when we start with the lighting, then with the color corrector. Okay, wait, let me just bring out, yeah. So then with the color corrector, this is without, this is with. It was a lot of red, so I thought put some green in it. After that we have a glow node, then a soft glow, then another soft glow, then some film grain, halation, prism blur, and finally we have something like this. You see how just using same nodes again and again, like it's just the mask nodes, uh the fast, like the generator nodes, the mask nodes, and that's it. Because the text, the images, all that is done with that, and the transform mode also. That's why I always say follow the Pareto principle. By using the 20% of the nodes which the Davinci Resolve have, you can create the 80% of the work. We are just using regular nodes, nothing else. And with the help of all that, we were able to create this super good looking composition. At least in my opinion, it is really, really good. So for me, where I am right now in skill level, you can say, of Davinci Resolve, whatever. But yeah, that's it. I don't know why, but I just want to create this sort of crime investigation, sort of thing. And that's it. That's, yeah, pretty much it. If you want the file of it, you will be getting it in the link provided in description below. Okay. And you'll not be getting the images obviously, because they are not copyright free, or I have purchased them or all that. Yeah, that is it. So you can get all that in the description below, and you will get the link to the Patreon also in the description. and I have the full break, literally making it from scratch for you guys in the description below in the Patreon. It's over there, and you'll have a lot. You have literally a lot of stuff in there. So please go and see that. Having said that, we had our giveaway announced. Okay, yeah, and it was this guy. So, very, very congratulations to you, and best wishes from my side to you. Enjoy your product, like giveaway product on Discord. I had all the talks with him, and it was superb. And did all the giveaways also. So, yeah, that is great. Finally, I was able to do it. It was pending on me for a long, long time. And yeah, again, join the Discord if you want to join it. Link is again in description. Check the description. You will have all the stuff over there. Okay, that's pretty much it. And yeah, if you want something else, comment down below. That is your way to ask questions to me, or if you have something to say, just say, type in comment. I will highly, highly check that. And the thing is, people from different countries are also like they type in their own language. So first of all, I don't know any other language instead of English and Hindi, but still I try to focus on this comments. I take all that, copy all that in the Google Translator, and I don't know if the translator is right or wrong, but as it says, I reply to that. Okay, so it's really, really great. You should ask your comment in whatever language you want. Okay, it should be just available on Google Translator. That's the main condition. Other than that, please ask it. Okay, if you don't know English, then type it in your language. That will be great. Because I try to reply to each comment. So yeah, that is it. This is Fusion Studios. Another video on great compositing tutorial on how to do this really, really cool crime investigation sort of video. And this was just a sort of hint, you can say. Not, I know the hint is not a correct word, but it's just a pebble to a mountain, like comparing it to a mountain or drop in the ocean. Now you have the ocean, now you have the mountain to explore. Okay, so this is just to ignite your creativity basically. Rest, it depends on you. I told you basically everything. I know I was not able to create this from scratch on YouTube, but please understand this, guys. I hope you will. Okay, so yeah, that is it. Okay, see you in the next one. Till then, bye bye, peace out.